Good morning and welcome to another episode of Unscripted and Unchained RPG Review. I am DM Bloodworth, and as you can see by the graphics, today's video is kind of a response to some of the comments that were on my previous AD&D second edition video. And what I thought I might do is I might show you what I have in my collection and then put out to my subscribers and my visitors what else do you think are my must-haves for this collection in the event that I'm ever looking to run a fully realized AD&D second edition campaign. So what are the things that I absolutely must have that I don't currently? So this is going to probably take quite a bit of time because I do have a lot here. So I hope that I can keep you engaged going through this so that you can watch all the way through and let me know, hey, you know what, that's a really good book to take a look at this specific thing in there, or I've noticed that you're missing this particular book that you should really look into. So without further ado, let me just start going through the collection here. So I've already done videos on the player's handbook, and all of my core books are the revised editions. So these were the latter editions that cleaned up some of the earlier printings and earlier edition of the game system. So player's handbook, a must-have, obviously. Dungeon Master's Guide, same thing, a must-have. Also the revised. The Monstrous Manual, which I just did a video on, and I have another one upcoming, so I will certainly get to doing the second half of that particular one. Now, I know that some people had already mentioned the player's options. So this is the player's options, skills and powers. And looking through here very briefly, and I haven't done a video on this yet, is and let's see, the one this one has so they have ability score options, racial requirements. So I see they introduce half ogres here, which I have to double check and see in the other. There's a whole bunch of new races that are added in here, and then player options as far as specialty priests I see is potentially new, specialist wizards, dual classing, non-adventuring, character classes, I'm assuming, and so on. So I will do a breakdown of this, very, very soon. So that's the skills and powers that I have. Then I have spells and magic. And looking at this here, very quickly, it probably adds a lot more than just spells and magic, but possibly additional schools for magic, which it appears that it does. They have priests here, other spellcasters, including bards and spellcasting for paladins and rangers and such. So probably another great book to have. So this is a soft cover. So this is the combat and tactics that I have here, and again, let me know if there's anything in particular you want me to focus on. I made a comment in my last video that I probably have enough in my collection of AD&D second edition that I could probably do 100 videos, just covering everything that I have. So, and I don't have a problem with doing that at all, because I can see that this edition has a true following behind it. And I would love for you to see my channel as a place that you can come to talk about this edition. And like I said, I'm open to doing a campaign of AD&D second edition, at some point, And once I've become really more familiar with the system and everything, I've played it more than I've run it. And and what I have run, I've also run a retro clone of AD&D Second Edition, and I have that here to talk about a little bit as well. So I have the Arms and Equipment Guide. Now I have the complete books of the racial supplements, right? So I have the complete book of elves, the complete book of dwarves, gnomes and halflings, the complete book of humanoids, which someone actually specifically mentioned this in the comment in the last video. So this is something I'll have to relook at that comment and see exactly what it was talking about, and then double check this and go into a little bit more depth there. Now I get to the class complete handbook. So thieves, fighters, priests, bards, complete book of rangers, druids, wizards, barbarians, paladins, ninjas. So you know, a full array of those. I'm not sure if I'm missing any of those. I'd have to actually double check and see. But again, please listen. I don't have monks. Did I mention monks? I don't think that. I don't know if there is a complete book of monks, but I don't recall just stating monks. So there might be a complete book of monks, and I'll look into possibly picking that up. And then the complete handbook on psionics. I also have the the Dungeon Master screen. This is actually pretty interesting. Plus, it's insert. It comes with an adventure inside it as well. So here is the the screen. Fairly simple. I don't know if there's more parts to this or not. I don't believe so. I think it's complete. And like I said, along with a little adventure to run in there. Now, I do have, and you can see right behind me, I cleared out my whole shelf of second edition stuff just to do this this preview. Now, I mentioned, twice now, the retro clone. So this is for Golden Glory. It's a retro clone of second edition AD&D, and it's a cheaper, viable option if you want to get something that is that is going to be more accessible than getting your copies of AD&D second edition off of like eBay or some other secondhand provider. I never support going to Wizards of the Coast to get their reprints or whatever, because they have that disclaimer on it, and if they don't respect the source material that they're selling, then why would you buy it from them? Don't buy from companies that hate you or hate the games that they're actually selling. So For Golden Glory is a good option. And there's a couple supplements I have for this. I have the Adventurer's Guide to Lost Arcana for Golden Glory, as well as the Herbalism and Alchemy supplement for Golden Glory. So I've actually spent more time running from that system than from AD&D Second Edition, but I've played AD&D Second Edition several times. So if there was anything missing from this, from this collection that are, you feel is a must-have, then please feel free to jump there in the comments and say, DM Bloodworth, you need this. Make sure that you get this. Like I said, if there's a handbook of monks, I will certainly look to pick that up, just to fill that out, and complete it. I don't think I'm missing anything else as far as that. Now I know I don't have any of the world settings. All right, so I don't have Forgotten Realms. I don't have Red Sun. I don't have any of the. I don't have Dragonlance for second edition. None of those books, and I probably wouldn't do that anyway. If I were to run a second edition campaign, I would probably still run it in Greyhawk. Greyhawk is by far my favorite D&D setting to run things in, because it gives me the most flexibility within its timelines to just put things in there, and it's just such a simple and not overly fleshed out world setting to use, that it's very customizable for your campaign. So I'm probably not open to Dark Sun. I should have said Dark Sun, not Red Sun. Dark Sun. I mean, that's the only one that I might have some interest in. I will certainly look to play in a Dark Sun campaign first, or a Dark Sun, solo session, or whatever, just to kind of learn a little bit more about the setting. That might be the only one I have an interest in actually picking up. I'm not interested in Spelljammer. So I know that's something that a lot of people talk about. A lot of people say actually the Spelljammer from second edition was superior to the modern one, the current one. But yeah, that's just not my thing. If I want to play D&D in space, I'll play Star Frontiers or Frontier Space if I want a more modern interpretation of that as well. So as always, I hope you enjoyed this video, and this is my Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd Edition collection, and this should have really been my first video in this, compilation of videos, this playlist of videos, but this will be included in that, and I welcome your comments and questions and suggestions for either an in-depth look at any of these particular books that I do have, or particularly suggestions of you must have this book in your AD&D 2nd edition to really enhance the experience of running it or playing it. So enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for stopping in. If you hadn't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Keep those suggestions coming up. All of these last two videos that I've done right now have been a response to your comments in the comments section. So keep those comments coming in. Keep those suggestions coming in. And I will always try to get back to your questions or comments with a response video, and to take a look at the things that you're really looking for me to cover. So and thanks for all of the support and comments that were on my last second edition video. I was really happy to see how much how many views that it got, but more importantly, how many comments it actually generated. So as always, thanks for stopping in. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you on a gaming screen or a gaming table at a convention sometime soon. You all have a great day. Take care.